Alright guys and girls, I'm going to shoot a quick video of this 86 stretched CJ7. Barely fits in the underground parking here where we stay. Been staying here about 20 years though, can't break the habit. They treat us very well and they accommodate very well. Anyways, I'm going to make this try as quick as I can, but this Jeep, we've had it 6 days at the Jeep invasion down in the mountains, and as always, you know, when I went and bought this thing, the guy lied to me, as always. You know, it had issues that he didn't disclose, and he knew it, and that's why he was a weasel about it. And I try to be patient with people. You know, you drive 12 hours, you drive 15 hours, and people lie to you. And I get lied to by doctors, lawyers, federal employees, priests, elderly retired women that are widowed. I've literally been lied to by every walk of life that there is, and it's very frustrating when people badmouth car salesmen, say they're pieces of shit, or you know, they're not good people. And I'm not saying there's not car salesmen that are on that list, but what frustrates me is I get lied to constantly. And this guy actually had like a triple lie going. And when I showed up to buy the thing, it wasn't, there was a couple of cosmetic things and some parts that had been stripped off of it, and the new parts he put on weren't adjusted right, weren't right, because he really didn't know what he was doing. So all that being said, it's an awesome Jeep. He didn't quite understand, and the lighting's bad down here, but I just want to shoot a quick video of how overbuilt this thing is. Dana 60 front, 70 rear, four-wheel disc brakes. We drove it 6 days straight. I had it was vapor locking on me and had some issues. Everything's tied in, welded in. The track bars are built. Most people seen the other video of this, but this thing was the cage, the shifter, the twin stick all tied in. Insanely built Jeep. And I guess my frustration is as always, you know, a lot of these dealers, and especially regular car dealers who have been watching the classic car auctions and want to get into buying classics, and they don't have the knowledge, and they go to these auctions, they raise their hands, they have the cars delivered to their lot, and they never drive them. I drive my stuff. My wife drives my stuff. My sons, they drive the stuff. We road test almost every vehicle we have, and usually not just like a simple road test. We take them to events, you know, cruising the coast, the rod runs. You know, these are multiple day, week-long, 2-week-long events where the things get driven, and the temperatures were very extreme this weekend, and it was vapor locking on me, and I found 2 spots where he had the fuel system too close to the muffler and too close to the header. I rerouted it, and the last 2 days were wonderful. Well, 3 days counting today. They were awesome, and we sat in traffic all day in the sun yesterday and all night, dead stop traffic for hours, and the thing did awesome. No more vapor locking. The thing sounds awesome. It's a blast to drive. It's way underrated, and if you were to pay a chassis shop to build this chassis and build that cage, and then to be drivable at highway speed with 43s on it, you know, you couldn't build this Jeep. Probably 20 grand plus, depending on who you had build it, more. Aside from, you know, it's got close to a 450 horse small block in it, you know, just extreme built. I wish there was better lighting in here, but there's not. And you've all seen it during the day. But the Jeep sounds amazing. Like I said, it did awesome after I changed everything up. It was a blast to drive. Just super underrated Jeep for the money. I know there's some maybe freshly, you know, Jeeps that are slightly fresher done, you know, so they might be a little shinier. But I guess I just wanted to vent a little bit because I spent 3 days playing with, you know, floats, carburetor issues, you know, adjusting things, doing things, and then I realized that you know, the issue was from the fuel system, the way he had it ran. So I had to get all stinky and gassy and rerun the entire fuel system, and did it. And I'm glad I did it because it made it all worthwhile, because the last 2-3 nights were awesome. And just, you know, super neat Jeep. way underrated. But again, you know, just take it easy when you run your mouth about the car salesman, because again, I road test my stuff, I drive my stuff. I'm not perfect. Stuff breaks every day. Your new cars break and you don't even think nothing of it. My neighbor's a retired gentleman, and his Duramax is broken right now, and GM is saying the part's 4 to 6 months behind. He's never left his truck outside overnight unless he's been out camping, pulling his camper. He keeps it inside. We've had hailstorms, and he actually had to tow his truck home, and he's got to tow it back when it's ready to be fixed, because they were going to leave it outside at the dealership for 4 to 6 months. So, and he doesn't do that. And you know, so when people seem to forget when they buy a classic car, an old car, these cars are old and they're inefficient. They're fun, they're awesome, they're attention getters, but just remember, the new garbage breaks too, and you can't even get parts for it. So remember that when you're mad at a guy you bought a classic from because, you know, the alternator went out, something went bad. Stuff breaks, you know, they're old. But people just need to really calm down and think a little bit about some things before they do them or say them, because again, I get lied to on day-to-day basis, and I'm not traveling an hour. People complain about driving from St. Louis to my shop to look at a car. I drive 12, 20 hours. I've had 2-day-long trips to go look at cars, and people lie to me. So just remember, everybody lies. And generally, individuals who are selling things, their dream car, they're selling it because it's broken, they can't fix it, or desperation. You got classic car guys who like to, you know, jump into different stuff all the time. But remember, always beware when you're buying from an individual, because why are they selling their dream car? You know, and sometimes it's just to replace it with a different dream, but a lot of times it's because it's messed up, they can't fix it, they can't figure it out, or, you know, you know, I don't know, a little bit of a vent there. So there you go, 86 stretched CJ7, one of a kind, amazing fab work, drives awesome. It gets a lot of looks. We got a lot of ducks at the event, so there you go.